to the deepest secrets of different bills. At Uncle Demi, you need it, I got it listed, yeah. You wanna make it, I'll show you just how to make it, yeah. I got all the rarest bills, and I ain't done yet. Went from the finish to making bills like a prospect. Flow space and slashes to catching us with a law threat. You keep the medals cause the right one's coming up next. Only scratch the surface. Still they try to drag my name in dirt, they try to bring me down. See me winning, you ain't like me.
Yo, what's good, my nephews and nieces? This is your favorite uncle, Uncle Demi, and today I have another special banger for you, right? Now listen, before we get too far in this video, you know exactly what you need to do. Make sure you drop a like, and let's get this video to at least 1,000 likes. I'll definitely push the video to the recommended. And furthermore, if you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe. I'm by far the hardest working YouTuber in the 2K community, and hopefully you can appreciate the 9 a.m. and the 5 p.m. daily uploads, and you can show that appreciation by dropping a like and subscribing, right? Now, let's get straight into this video. So today what we're going to talk about is how, really the updated best playmaking badges on NBA 2K22 current and next gen. Yes, you heard that correctly. Animations are the same for both current and next gen. So if you're on current gen or next gen, it doesn't matter. These badges will be the same for both consoles, okay? Now, when you're talking about playmaking, we're gonna talk about for guards, and then again, I will quickly go over what it'll be for the big men, but we already know what it is. This is definitely gonna be something for the guards we're looking at, so let's just hop right into it. And we know the first most important badge that you wanna try to get on this game when you're getting started is still gonna be quick first step, all right? So I wanna break this down, I'm getting ahead of myself, in S tier, A tier, and B tier. All the S tiers will be in Hall of Fame, B tiers will be in gold, and then of course the A tiers will be in gold and B tiers will be in silver. But quick first step has always been one of those badges you definitely want to have off rip as a guard, because that little quick burst that you're going to get from the start of not dribbling to dribbling, or actually being able to reset, because some people are able to know how to do that reset glitch, to where even though you're still dribbling, you're able to get this animation off. But quick first step is definitely the badge that you want to get. And again, nothing has changed when it comes to it. You want to get handles for days also as another S tier badge. We all know that there's nothing more demoralizing than being able to see your stamina bar drop after dribbling just a couple of times. So if you're able to get this on Hall of Fame, get on Hall of Fame, or if you're able to get on gold, get on gold. But these two badges have been like this since 2K20. You want to make sure these are the two badges that you want to get off rip, right? And then the next one that you want to get, again, you gotta have as a must-have, is quick chain. You want to get quick chain. This is a new animation that has been brought to 2K. But again, a player with this badge can quickly put together a series of moves while sizing up their opponent. This badge right here on Hall of Fame with a high ball handle, this ball is literally on a string. You're moving this thing so far quickly left and right that it's just a must-have to have with these three here. And then, of course, another one that a lot of people were going about and saying, like, is this important? Is it something I need to have? But guess what? If you're looking to get some animations, you definitely want to get tight handles. Tight handles is definitely a badge you want to make sure you can get as high as you possibly can, either if it's gold or Hall of Fame. This or Plant's ankle breaker. So now tight handles is the one that causes a lot of animations to where you're getting people stunned. So this animation is definitely a must-have out of these four. These are the 4 S tier badges in my opinion. These are must-haves. You gotta have them no matter what, okay? Now let's talk about the A tier badges. A tier badges are badges that are definitely still strong. As a ball handler, you wanna have it, but you do not necessarily need to have it on Hall of Fame. You can get away with it being on gold. And the first one we're gonna go with is Unpluggable. Now, we remember when 2K first came out, everybody was complaining because they were getting plucked. So what 2K did is they buffed Unpluggable, they nerfed on ball. So now you do not need to have this on Hall of Fame. You definitely can have it on silver or gold depending on your preference and your play style, but it's still a badge you need to have as a guard. You do not want to be caught without it. So you definitely want to make sure you have Unpluggable on gold. And then of course the next one that we want to have is Bullet Passer. Now again, Bullet Passer on gold. Some people like to go Hall of Fame. Is there a difference? Yes, but again, you can definitely get away with it just having it on gold. That's why I have it as an A tier badge. But again, bullet passer is very important, especially for my guards that love to dot people. Now, if you're not somebody that passes the ball a lot, obviously this wouldn't be important to you, but there is a lot of individuals that still like to go ahead and dot the corner. So again, this is definitely a badge that you definitely want to make sure you have. And then one more S tier badge that I think is something that, A tier badge that I think a lot of people need to have, and we all know this, and that's going to be Bailout. Bailout is definitely a badge that needs to be had at all time as a guard. If you do not have Bailout, at least on bronze, you tripping. But I say that a lot of guards, if you love to go into traffic a lot and you like shooting more contested shots, then you're definitely better off going on gold with this. So make sure when it comes down to these badges that, again, it's all about preference and play style, but you definitely want to make sure when it all comes down to it that these badges you see right here in Hall of Fame and gold, in some way, shape, or form, and color, you need to have, okay? These are by far S tiers in Hall of Fame, and then your A tiers in gold, by far you need to have as must-haves, okay? Now, we got a couple B tier badges that I want to go over, and the first one is going to be Hyperdrive. We talked about Hyperdrive. It's a new badge. It increases the speed at which a player can perform moving dribble moves as they attack down court. As you see, it says down court. So this is definitely for an individual that runs threes. If you run twos, it's not a good one to have, but I guarantee you, I love putting this at least on bronze. It definitely helps out a lot. I know individuals, if you can get it on gold or Hall of Fame, that's even better, but you got to have a lot of playmaking badges for that. So again, I say that this having it on bronze is good enough to where you're going to see some differences. So you definitely want to make sure you have that. And then of course, another one that's really, really good to have is going to be stop and go. But it's not like a must have, but you still is good to have it. If you can get it up, you definitely can have that. And of course, we know what stop and go is. It allows for ball handlers to stop, to start and stop quickly with unique stops and launches exclusive to the badge. So yes, if you do get on Hall of Fame, you will see some different animations, but is it worth Hall of Fame? Not unless you have at least over 30 playmaking badges and want to experiment. Because I know some people, they might not want tight handles. They might not even use bullet passer because they don't pass that much. And they might just do Bailout on bronze. Then that makes sense to go ahead and get your stop and go on Hall of Fame. So again, like I said, these badges are good to have, but they're not necessarily must-haves, but they are good to have, okay? And then I have a couple other badges that I want to talk about, but again, these badges here, and I just want to put these on bronze real quick so I can highlight them. It's going to be ankle breaker, glue hands, and space creator, okay? So let's just talk about these three real quick. Yes, they're good to have, but space creator, ankle breaker, they're just not animations that are being utilized a lot anymore, just because tight handles is just that OP. So ankle breaker and space creator, they're good to have, but they're not necessarily the ones. If you want to get animation, ankle breaking animations, tight handles is actually the way to go. But if you want to get them at least on bronze, then okay, I can see that. But honestly, to get some type of effect, you're probably better off going on gold, which again is a little too much bang for your buck when it comes to, well, not too much bang for your buck, but it's just not enough bang for your buck because again, tight handles is just that viable. So just to try to recap, these right here are going to be your S tier badges, must have, and then of course you're going to have your A tier badges, which are in gold, and then you're going to have your B badges, tier badges, which I say should be in silver, okay? Now, again, real quickly, I just want to go over what you would want for a big man, because I know some of y'all are like love going with, as far as big men go, and there is some good badges to have for y'all. And again, so I want to go ahead and quickly go over the S tier badges real quick. All right, so when it comes to that S tier badges, again, it's still going to be quick first step, but this time you want to get your bullet passer because big man passing out from the corner is going to be really important. So as your A tier badges go, bullet passer and quick first step and Unpluggable are the ones you really want to work towards, okay? These are going to be S tier badges for your big men. And then of course, when it comes to your A tier badges, we already know if you're a shooting, you definitely want to make sure you get your Bailout. That's very important. But also another big one is going to be your post playmaker. This is a new badge, but when you get a rebound and pass it back out, as you see, when passing out the post or after an offensive rebound, receivers are given a shot boost. So it's basically dimer from the post. Excuse me. And then another one that you want to have is glue hands, okay? I always get glue hands at least on bronze, but if you're able to get it on gold, by all means, the higher you go, the better. but bronze is definitely good enough, and that's why I said that when it comes down to it, this is going to be some really good A tier badges. And then the last 2 tier badges that I say from B, even though I feel like, you know, they ain't a lot that you really need because you're passing the ball, but that's going to be floor general and of course needle threader, right? A big man with floor general, needle threader, that's going to be really good to have, especially when you want it on the 2s court and 3s court. So these are going to be the badges to look at, okay? But there you have it, my nephews and nieces. These are the best playmaking badges that you want to look at or consider having on NBA 2K22 current and next gen. So if you enjoyed the video, just make sure you drop a like, you subscribe to the channel, and as usual, your favorite old head, Uncle Demi. I'll be back really soon on the Banger, man. And you know, when I say I'll be back soon on the Banger, you know exactly what day I'm talking about. I'm talking about tomorrow, man. I'm out.